Hello everyone and welcome to my RockLeeSmile Twitch channel. How's everybody doing this evening? I had some dancey times with you. I hope you enjoyed it. We had a little bit of the Doge involved. We had some lovely fish. This is Planet Doge indeed. That is where we are, Dirklogger. How are you all doing? I hope everybody's good. This new trend is so annoying. It's I don't know, I feel like this was a really nice way to start the 3 a.m. times. Yeah, evening. I mean, whatever. 3 a.m., evening, same thing. I don't even know what time it is anymore. So, I'm glad you all came out, and I thought we could play some Cookie Clicker and enjoy a happy time together. I'm a wild dude, thanks very much. Thanks everybody for coming. Pretty surprised that we could get so many people here at 3 a.m. actually. So if you're wondering why that insane little introduction happened, part of it is because, well, you know, I'm a wild dude, as I was just told, and the other part of it is, well, if you've noticed, I have some green screen technology now that I didn't have yesterday, so I thought I would sort of make a thing about that. If I turn on the proper webcam here, you can see, there I am, hi! So there's me. And I can be in any location I want. I can be under the sea, I can be hanging out with chickens, and actually that's all the places that I can be. It's these two. These are the two options for now. Underwater and chickens. So, I thought that was kind of cool. But what this allows me to do, though, is I can actually pop myself into situations like this, where all of a sudden, bam, all of a sudden there's cookies. Quick put Doge behind you. So, I don't know, I just thought this was kind of a cool little innovation, and I thought I would just show this off. This isn't going to be a long stream or anything, but I wanted to spend a few minutes, because, I really couldn't sleep anyway, so... if you've noticed, our cookie clicker situation has substantially declined. We are now at 0 cookies, and the reason for that is, well, I got a new computer, and I didn't save my save file from the last one, so we have no cookies again. So I guess there's one. Got one now. I don't know, what do you do after the first one then? When did you upgrade to a green screen? Oh, I didn't really upgrade. There's actually a trick to it, but I'm not going to spoil it. But I actually paid $5 to have this technology, so I'm very proud that I feel like I got a good deal for it. But the one downside is I have to sit with kind of strange posture, otherwise I won't fit in the frame. So I have to be kind of far away from my computer. I don't know if this is a thing I'll do all the time, but I will at least do it for now. Have you seen the wrinklers yet? No, are those like the clickers or the dongers? Can you crop your face onto the cookie now? Yeah, actually, I probably could do that. I don't have a way though to like mask my face, so I would have to like somehow do that outside of OBS and then grab that image and put it back in, so it would require some other work. Happened to me this morning. I cleared my browser and forgot to export my file. 3 billion CPS down the drain. Well, the nice thing, they're like the jiggler. The nice thing about Cookie Clicker is that the cookies are a renewable resource. They actually never end, so it doesn't even matter what you do. Crop your nipples. Put on a green shirt. Actually, oh yeah, I do actually have one green shirt. That would probably work. Really glad you enjoyed the burger I made. Oh yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I saw you were going to make some sort of a broccoli dish as well, which was pretty freaking awesome. So thank you, and I'm sure Josh enjoys it as well, the burger. He told me that it was badass, so it was pretty cool. I know about King Voxel, I know. I know, you sent me a bunch of messages, I'm aware of it, I just have to look into it. Green screen with the nipple holes. So I would just be basically like floating nipples then, which would be pretty strange. So don't I win or something, right, if I don't click ever again after that first time? I don't know. I kind of want to click more than once, though. It doesn't feel like it's as fun if I just click one time. There, I clicked it twice. But this should be a really nice thing, like, for when I play games that it doesn't really fit. Oh yeah, I can click enough to get the first thing so they start generating on their own. That's right. Now I gotta wait. But this will be really nice for when I do games where things don't properly fit, like the box situation isn't quite sorted properly. Also, did I screw up my shot? Or is that just... No, that's just the milk building up at the bottom. Can't really think of a game off the top of my head where this is the situation, but I'm sure there have been a few situations where I just wasn't really able to fit me with the webcam around. Plus, it's like, you know, much more professional, I think, to have this sort of a thing going on where you can just see my head. It also means, if I want to, I can actually go to, and don't worry, I'm not, like, clearing out a cookie clicker, but if I want to, I can set myself up in, like, something like this, and then all of a sudden, I'm like a broadcast journalist or something. I can have, like, a little game playing, oh, it's on this side, playing over in the background, and I can, like, have stuff to talk about. Put my face on my Spelunky avatar. Well, I already have that, I guess. Oh, no, I have Mar. But, I don't know, seems like a cool thing. Thoughts on COD Ghost? I didn't really like it all that much. I mean, the main game itself. I mean, the multiplayer could be fun, and, you know, I got to play a couple of rounds. You could put yourself behind a desk and be a talk show host. I know, I thought of that, actually. I was gonna make a couple of layers, so I have one that's in front of me and one that's behind me, and it looks like one cohesive thing, and then I gradiate between the front and the back one. So that actually would sort of look like a real desk, like I'm sitting in a space with depth or something, but it requires a little bit of work to set that sort of thing up. Plus, I just set this up tonight, so I haven't really spent time yet. But yeah, as far as COD Ghosts go, you know, I've spent like, I don't know, 2 hours, 3 hours or something playing multiplayer. We did it on the show that time, and then I played a few matches by myself. I played a couple times with... My face reminds me of Yahtzee. Wow. Well, that's kind of a cool thing, I guess. Yeah, I played with Ryan a couple times, played with myself, I played with Indy Mouse, and, you know, this is pretty much the same exact game as it was before. I don't feel particularly drawn to it any more than I was with the last one. It actually kind of made me want to play Black Ops a little bit more than wanted to play the new one, which is kind of weird. And then after I played that for a little while, I decided I would spend some time and play, oh, I'm almost to 15 cookies again. Then I started playing Battlefield 3 because I had a disc of that I never opened for whatever reason. So that's why I was making an Origin account for anybody that might have shown up on and saw me on Twitter talking about that stuff. So, I don't know, I kind of want to try Battlefield 4, but I've also heard it's full of bugs and nasty stuff like that, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. Maybe I'll wait for it to be super cheap or something. Battlefield Bad Company is better. I actually have Bad Company too, and I thought it was kind of boring. You know, I stuck with it for a while. I must have made it through 3/4 of the game. I was determined to beat that thing for some reason. But it just didn't really seem to pick up an interest for me. Still play Hearthstone. I haven't played it in a while, actually. Not against playing it some more, I just really haven't. I mean, as you can imagine, time has been strangely scaled for me. You know, having built the computer, getting that all set up, trying to get a backlog of videos again set up. Once that's all behind me, which it's just sort of starting to almost be now I have to go and read and answer like 100 emails that I have put off for way too long. And then eventually I'll start spending time just, you know, doing nothing again. Honestly, I didn't do that very much even when things were at their best. Honestly, when I would get into that position, I would just kind of use that to record more. Should play Hearthstone with me sometimes, I ain't so busy. Yeah, I'm not against that. I still have not played Candy Box, no. I'm told that it's very good, though. So, this is the right way to play Cookie Clicker, right? Where you don't actually touch the game at all, you just wait. God, that must take forever. Not a single click happening, just waiting. How many do I have to get? Like 1 million? That's too many. I could look at the achievement for it or something, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. Not yet, anyway. Give away one of those game keys. Yeah, that's a fair point. I could do that. But then I have to get open the document I keep it in, and then I risk showing it on the screen. Yeah, I don't know. Going for the no-click achievement? I don't think so, but maybe. What am I drinking? I am drinking Ocean Spray 100% cranberry juice. Anybody know what this music's from? Also, hopefully it's not too loud, because I can turn it down for you if it is. You monster. Even though I feel like an annoying person asking, are you going to do my game on cards on stream sometime? Yeah, I could probably do that. I haven't done a lot of streams since I've gone through all that shit with the computer, so honestly I haven't really been coming up with a lot of particularly interesting plans for streams. This is probably one of the first times I've actually done one since the Secret of Mana stuff. I mean, I did the Super Feet Boy thing the other day, but that was just sort of like an addendum to the end of an NLSS. Audio level's perfect. Good. Oh, good, you guys know what it is, too. Mine is two $5 curtains from Walmart. Yep, that'll work. I am amazed that there's 100 people here watching me talk in front of Cookie Clicker. Oh, I have enough to buy another cursor. There we go. I gotta remind myself to keep looking at that. Man, if I get a golden cookie early on, that could really make this fly. My feet are fine. Actually, I thought they were going to hurt a lot, but the next day they really didn't hurt that much at all. So, not as good as 69 people. Well, I mean, 69 people are good, great, but why not go for like 669 or 696? Yeah, I mean, that seems good too. I have a proper green screen setup, but I need that for work. Yeah. I was actually thinking about going ahead and getting, that was real impressive, thank you. I almost went and bought a whole mic setup the other day, and then I sort of realized it's sort of like not a good idea, because I still can't fix whatever the hell is wrong with my mic right now. And I actually have a blue snowball, in addition to the headset that I use, this Plantronics one. And I actually just set that up to see if I could try doing a little bit of this, you know, streaming, casting, whatever you want to call it, without a headset on, so I could just kind of talk in the general vicinity of my desk and just have it pick up. But no, that doesn't work, because whatever the issue is with Windows 7, I have a yellow snowball. It doesn't pick up the audio levels. Everything's way too low. So, I don't know, I really gotta sort that out. It's gonna be much better in general once I can do this, because even just recording videos is frustrating. I thought this was a Secret of Mana episode. Oh, cursor. Wait, 30? Yeah, there we go. It's gonna be a while before I can hire a grandma. Headset makes you look professional? Does it really? I always thought I looked better without the headset, but I'm kinda getting used to it at this point. Also, I need to get some more video game music for my library, because I've kind of gone through most of it in other streams now. Although you can't really mess too much with the Guilty Gear soundtrack. And I have a lot of it too, I think. Hang on, let me see. Oh yeah, I have 2 discs worth of just Guilty Gear. There's probably like 2 hours there. Damn. I'm losing in Dota, please help. Alright, you need to go make a tri-lane. And go mid, if you could. Just tri-lane, solo, mid. All those things together and you will win. Also, play as Meepo. Dark Souls 2 beta again on Saturday, or Sunday. Interesting. Try and make note of that. The headset gives you a rectangular silhouette so you can be more like Ma. I guess slightly. All mid, whole game, instant GG. Please learn that. Don't ever leave mid. Yeah, I think that's probably a pretty valid strategy. How long does this usually take to get the no-click achievement? Like 100 years, or? Because I probably have time for that. You should paint your face black. No, I'm probably not going to do that. Thanks for the suggestion, though. Feel free to ask any questions if you just want to hang out. I mean, I don't know how long I'm planning on being here or anything, but if you guys want to talk, I'm open to it. Just kind of waiting for cursors to show up, and then I'll click on them again. It'll speed up soon. Yeah, I'm probably going to get to the point where I can get a grandma not too far from now. It has to marry people an awful lot lately. The percentage of them being women, like 0%. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying it's not me. What are your thoughts on your beard? I'm sticking with it because, you know, I think I should just go ahead and see if we can get through all of November. And I think that'll be cool. I haven't done that in a while where I just haven't shaved in months. Or, like, in a month. It's been already probably, like, 2.5 weeks since I shaved. You saying I'm not a woman? Oh, well, I guess I kind of thought you weren't for some reason, but maybe I'm mistaken, and if I am, my apologies. Anyway, I was just citing my past history experience regardless. Do you think next-gen consoles are nothing but a waste of money? Probably for me they are, but I can't speak for everyone. I was actually in Best Buy today, and I had this strange thought that I should approach one of the Best Buy employees and say, so what's the prognosis on PS4 pre-orders? And I just chose to not do that because I thought there would not be any information to be gained from that. Plus, Best Buy employees probably wouldn't know anyway. What do you think about Russia, and how much do you hate it? I don't hate Russia. Russia's pretty cool. Is your headset your primary mic then? I'm planning to make vids myself, so market for a new headset regardless. Bonus, the mic is good. Yeah, I actually really like this headset. The cans on it are kind of bad, but the mic is actually decent. So yeah, I would recommend it. Plantronics Gamecom 380, if you want to look it up. I got it for like $40, $50 or something on Amazon. I've seen it go as high as $65, but if you can find it around $40 to $50, that's a decent deal. Could you turn down the music or speak up or something? Yeah, I can do one or the other, sure. I asked before, somebody said the volume was perfect, but then again, that was when I was playing different music, so fair enough. Nick, do you know Nerd Cubed? No, I don't know Dan personally or anything. Only talked to him a few times. Super nice guy. I would definitely want to hang out with him. I think we'd probably get along pretty well. But no, I don't really know him. That's about as far as that goes. Hi, Rocklee. What the hell are you doing? I am trying to get the no-click achievement, evidently, in Cookie Clicker. I think I just unlocked a grandma, so that's cool. That should speed us up a little bit. When are you gonna do a whole stream freestyle rapping? Maybe like next Wednesday or Thursday? I could try to do a whole NLSS freestyle rapping. I think that would be pretty damn annoying though. Probably nobody would ever watch me again. Do you watch GameSack or Happy Console Gamer? Actually, I don't watch either of them. I'm not sure if I've even heard of either of them, strangely enough. You know, I'd like to believe that I'm fairly well appraised to the people that are doing stuff around, you know, the space that I try to occupy, but no, I haven't heard of them. What is your opinion on Northernlion surrendering to the Almergrid Sultanate after he got 100% war score? I don't know what any of that means, but I am not a fan of it. Doesn't even let me subscribe to you. That's a reason to hate it, right? What? What doesn't let you subscribe to me? Or are you even talking to me? I have a super important question, like, I really need you to answer it, okay? What's the secret of mana? Yeah. What is up with Candy Box? I don't know. Probably not gonna play that, though. I like cookie clicking. Are you okay with him copying all the games you're playing? It's not like that at all, man. Everybody just plays the games they're playing. That's it. It actually was kind of amazing. There was about a week or two where we were actually totally in sync, and it was totally just random coincidence. We weren't conspiring or anything, and, you know, if he saw videos I made and decided to make stuff after that, then fine, but I don't even think he was doing that. I think it was just totally a coincidence. Gotta go. See you, Will. Never saw anyone says NLSS, I hear anal SS. Yeah, I kind of hear that as well now. What's your favorite cookie? I like a few types of cookies, actually. I like oatmeal raisin quite a bit. I like ginger snaps. I like chocolate chip, of course, kind of the standard. I'm sure there's a few other ones. Any way to force it to window mode so I can troubleshoot? Oh. I don't know. I don't know what that is in reference to. Oh, talking to Voxel, okay. Do you accept that cranberry juice is bad? I know ocean spray is kind of like full of sugar, right? So that's kind of a thing. Oh yeah, it's got a lot of sugar in it. It does have 100% of your vitamin C, though, for the day, so I guess that's kind of nice. How's the gameplay so smooth versus what we're actually seeing, like the YouTube videos and stuff, the gameplay in sense, where what the kids are at home watching and they're saying, wow, like, you know, this looks like really smooth and looks really easy. Are you guys matching the same quality game to, yeah, okay, good. I'm glad there's a cap at the end of that. I love grills, me too. Grills are pretty cool. They're good for streaming and stuff, and being awesome. The only bad thing about Russia is its Dota players. What's your opinion on the new YouTube comments section? I made sort of a derisive joke about it in the video that I'm putting up tomorrow. I'm not a huge fan, but I also probably can't really do much about it at all. So, I don't know. I've kind of been complaining more than I should in private, and I don't really want to complain in public because that really doesn't help a whole lot. He cited you as one of the YouTubers he watches obsessively. It would not surprise me he gets some ideas from you. I found you through YouTube. Yeah, I know he made that video, and I'm really thankful that he did that, because that was really, really nice of him. Exposed me to a whole bunch of new people that never probably would have found my channel, so yeah, it was really cool of him to do that. And if he does watch me a bunch, then that's awesome as well. I'm gonna do grab another grandma and another cursor. I don't think I ever saw what parts you ended up getting for the new PC. What did you end up getting? I actually put the full specs on my Ask.fm, so, and also I think I put them right here in the Twitch, below the video area, so if you want to just look down there, got all the stats there, or the specs, I mean. It's bigger than that, fuck Google+, it's Google+ bullshit. I mean, if we want to just be completely off the record, which means we're totally still on the record, and it doesn't really matter if I say that or not, I'm pretty sure that all of this Google Plus stuff is really just so they can make everyone have to have Google Plus, so they can then claim they have the most successful social media network in the world, and then that attracts new advertisers, which raises their stock. So, you know, it's kind of one of those things, I think. Probably the fact that we're on YouTube has very little to do with the fact that they're leveraging us. Kind of just using us in a way, so, yeah. Not a fan of that. I don't have any information to back that up, but that's sort of the strategy that if I was a corporation I would probably be pursuing. But, you know, capitalism is capitalism, can't really do much about that. What is your favorite toothpaste? I don't really have one, actually. Last time there was a sale, I think I ended up getting like 3 different brands just because they were cheap to get a bunch at the same time. I think I use Crest a bunch, but I don't really have any particular allegiance to it. Have you ever been married? Yes, I have. And it seems like a question you would only really ask if you already knew the answer to it, but whatevers. I feel like it might actually be integrated because they wanted to change the comment section. Right, I mean, yeah, that is sort of like a byproduct of it, I agree. They did express interest in changing the comment section, but they also were pretty disingenuous about how they were going about that. A while ago, they had never said that everyone across Google Plus or across YouTube would be forced to integrate to Google Plus. They just sort of made it like, oh, well, there will be extra features if you feel like doing that, and now everyone is required. Hi, Amy Law. Thanks for coming by. You know, it's kind of nice sometimes to do streams at like 4 in the morning because people from all over the world might get to come on and hang out for a minute, and I like that a whole bunch. It's really, really cool to me that I have people internationally that like to, you know, hang out. I'm really totally into being friends with people all over the world. I think that's so awesome. It just like totally makes me giddy actually thinking about that. You can't even reply to comments that were made before the update. Yeah, I know. I actually have been pretty involved in figuring out exactly what's going on with that, and it's pretty awful. The other thing that is kind of like a blatant, confusing moment with the way that they're setting up this comment system is the fact that when you go to reply, even if you're following things the way they want you to, you have to click the little bell which pops up that's like from Google Plus, right? And that takes you to this big list of like unordered garbage that shows up with the comments and with people adding you to their circle and all kinds of other things. And then when you want to reply to a comment, you actually have to go to the video where the comment is, and going to the video adds one more view to your view count, and if you don't have ad block, you get exposed to another ad potentially, which is actually technically click fraud. So in a way, they're forcing people to break their own contract, or their own TOS agreement anyway. So it's really weird, and that's a thing that seems really fundamentally broken in a way that like should offend them that they let happen. So like anyone that they decide to accuse of click fraud, if that's the reason they're citing, they can go straight to hell for that, because that's just messed up. But that's a thing nobody's talking about really, because I don't think anyone's quite thought that far into it yet. Maybe that'll come up. Chances are probably not though. Stream keeps cutting? It's on your side, unfortunately. I mean, I'm sad that it's cutting at all, but no, it's actually, it's totally perfect on my side right now. If you're forced to sign up for G+, you can go to your G+ settings and disable everything. Yeah, but don't delete anything, because you can actually delete your whole YouTube channel through that. I almost did it twice by accident. They created all these stupid pages for my channel, and I wanted to get rid of them, and I didn't really check very well, and I got to the final prompt before I decided, hey, I need to go make sure that clicking this delete button isn't going to mess me up, and it actually would have taken out my whole channel. So, yeah, don't delete anything. Honestly, for people that are not making content, the issues are not nearly as serious. It's a lot to do with management of things that are going on, and it's much less serious if you're just watching videos, maybe leaving some comments. That's really, you know, the average stuff that you do if you're not posting. Did you ever actually beat The Last of Us? No, I didn't actually. I like the picture that compares the 2011 terms with the current terms in respect to sharing your real name. That's pretty funny. I haven't seen it, but it's probably on Reddit, I would guess. The one improvement I've noticed is that I actually get notifications about comments being replied to. Previously, I'd only receive an inbox message in my inbox 1 out of 10 times. Now, a little alarm always shows up. That is actually a nice bonus. Thing is, though, I still have the same situation with the little bell. It still doesn't show every time someone replies or every time someone comments or mentions something. So I'm missing more comments than not at this point. I have to just manually go to all 1,200 of my videos and check to see if anyone new has commented on them. Also, now there's this little spam filter, which so far has not caught any spam and has exclusively caught legit comments in the spam filter and put them out. So I have to go to all 1,200 whatever videos and make sure it hasn't done that for each of those videos. Then when I try to approve the comments that weren't spam, it either just deletes them or nothing happens. And sometimes I just can't reply to them anyway, so I don't know. It's kind of garbage. The bad thing is there aren't many good alternatives. Even a lot of people on the SALP4 moved from Blip and Viddler. Yeah, because the reason is all the other ones don't want to get involved with the legal aspect, so a lot of them just outright say you may not have game content. And especially you can't monetize it. So, like, I've looked into this already in case there was another place I should be branching out to. But, nope. Nope, not really anywhere else. I think Vimeo was, like, the first option that I think a lot of people suggested. It's still really bad, even if you're just commenting on videos, it doesn't work half the time. Yeah, it's really shitty. And on top of that, too, like, you know how they did the whole thing about one channel, right? Like, one channel was going to be a huge deal. They're going to make all of the experience be the same between, you know, the PC element and the mobile element, right? And then they go ahead and do this G Plus integration, and now the comments that people add from G Plus don't show up on mobile at all. So it's kind of like, I don't know, huge step backward at the very least. And it's not like YouTube has done anything about the streaming situation. It's still garbage over there. The video I posted the other day just said 0 duration for some reason, and it didn't ever fix itself. I had to delete it and re-upload it, and if that was a big video, which many of my videos are, some of them are like 3 gigabytes or 2 gigabytes, that takes me the entire night to upload. So thankfully that one in particular was like 600 megs or 800 megs. I was able to re-upload it within a few hours. Like 4 or 5 hours, but still, not the whole night. And that would be a problem, if my income is riding on YouTube, which it is, my ability to post things that get destroyed is not a good way to go about making money. And so that's why I kind of want to make sure that I keep Twitch a big thing in my world, because Twitch is actually almost to the point of being as, financially sustaining as YouTube, which says volumes for how kind of crappy YouTube is in some ways. But yeah, I can't go into details on that, I'm just saying. I can't like videos, it says, could not thumbs up this post at this time. Awesome. Oh, and the people that have been posting spam comments, like, to say how shitty the new upgrade is, like, that's frustrating, because I'm the only one that's gonna see that. It's not like there's Google executives that are showing up on my channel and saying, oh my god, look at this, they're right. They've found the flaw in our new system. No, it's just me that's seeing that. Also, I've worked out that if you don't watch X many vids from one of your used subs, it will delete them and not show you full. I don't know, YouTube inconsistent. Well, I don't know, I have a lot of theories about that. That seems to be one of them, though, and maybe that is actually what's going on, I'm not really sure. But they do regularly delete people that are subscribed to me that don't want to be deleted, and that's also really frustrating. I mean, I did a video back in September last year talking about and actually showing some statistics about the situation where I had been losing like a third of my subscribers. It has not improved over all this time. I've just been very fortunate in getting enough people showing up and seeing what's going on my channel that it always counteracts the amount that I'm losing. But in a month, I usually lose at least 1,000, if not closer to 1,500 or 1,700 subscribers. So, it's really frustrating. I don't know what to do about it. There's nothing to do about it, I guess. And I've seen a few people, other YouTubers, that have just completely just gone under over that stuff. I mean, like Azurite Reaction, he had a channel with 100,000 subscribers, and they were just siphoning them away from his channel constantly, to the point where he started a new channel, and it hasn't been able to grow as well. So, I don't know. Subscribers aren't everything, I get that, and honestly, I'm totally fine with that. I mean, really, all that really counts is views. If people are watching my videos, that's all that really matters in the end. But it is very cool to think that, like, somebody, kind of click the button that votes, like, I want to see your stuff every day. Maybe. I mean, not that they're obligated to, but that's kind of the hope anyway. Right, and that, yeah, I see you just sort of said that. True, but I have channels I haven't watched in months, and I still get their videos. Oh, okay, actually, that wasn't what I thought you were going to say. What are your thoughts on the hashtags and how you have to put plus to reply to people? Well, it's good brand integration, right? Putting a plus to reply to people the way Twitter puts an @ Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I don't really like it, but it's the way it is. Nick, why do you have 16 gigs of RAM? That's like 8 gig overkill. Future-proof, man. That was the whole point. I mean, I figured since I was going to do this, I might as well go big or go home, right? Like, if I'm going to lose basically whatever I had going on, I might as well just, do what I need to do to stay ahead of the game for a little while. Hey, Nabbles ass, Nab-al-az. Sorry. I have 64 gigs of RAM. I bet you don't. Never enough RAM. Yeah, I mean, I think I know a couple of people that have 32 gigs, although I don't honestly see any point in that. What were your thoughts on the day one Gary's incident debacle? That was garbage. That was like the buttst of butts. And yes, that is a new way. Never get enough RAM. There's a new way to pronounce the butt. But no, I really thought that was totally garbage, and I'm glad that TB stood up for himself and all YouTubers in a way by making the statement he made, and I tried to do what I could to help people see that video because it was really good. It was really articulate, really well put together, and it really does send a message that I think nobody seems to really get with what's going on. You know, that is a horrible, horrible thing that can be exploited by people that disagree with you, and that is just straight up silencing criticism. You know, I'm not here to get philosophical over this stuff at this point, honestly. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. I just wanted to do a quick little stream and say hey, but yeah, that is my opinion on that. It was a horrible situation. I'm glad he weighed in on it, and I hope it stops getting people. RAM is both cheap and the thing most prone to needing more in the future. There's no reason not to future-proof. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't all that expensive anyway. I'm the most philosophical when I'm drunk and it's late. Yeah, I should add some vodka to my cranberry juice. Do you have any plans in case YouTube dies? Because I know you have your website, but it's going to get harder to advertise. Yeah, the website is probably not practical for sustaining myself on. If that happened and YouTube went belly up for me, which, you know, it still could happen. I mean, I'm not really set yet. I would probably just try to stream constantly. I would probably just make Indie Impressions be a daily stream. Which, I don't know, might even be maybe better in a way, but it wouldn't have the same discovery the way that YouTube has helped me grow through that. And I would probably just try and write for a, like, legit journalistic site. I don't know. I would hope that there would maybe be some people out there that would be interested in taking me on for something like that. But yeah, if I could stream for 8 hours a day, and that was basically what I would be doing, or what I am doing now with YouTube, I would probably be, I don't know. I don't think I'd be fine, but I would be okay, I think. What video was I talking about? Total Biscuit did a video that was like, this video has been removed, I think it was called, talking about the Day One Gary's Incident thing. Definitely look it up if you haven't seen it already, and feel free to link it if anybody is around. Seemed like you could be a good journalist. Thank you very much for saying that. That's a really nice compliment, actually. Although I do like my weird stuff, I definitely can, you know, hold shit together if I need to be serious for a while. And, you know, I think I would feel a little bit limited if that was all I was doing, so that's why I would definitely want to have my own situation going on with streaming or whatnot, but yeah, I mean, I think I could hopefully pull it off. I don't think I want to just write, though. I think I would want to do videos, at least. What did you go to school for, by the way? Sorry, I'm an uninformed ding. No, it's fine. I don't mind answering questions like that. I went to school for graphic design. I have an associate's and a bachelor's, Bachelor of Fine Arts. I'm sorry, Bachelor of Science. I didn't get the Fine Arts one because that required me to do other silly things that I didn't want to do. Oh, there's the link. Good job. But yeah, I went in and tried to do some freelance design stuff. Didn't really seem like what I wanted to spend my life doing because I've always loved games, so, you know, I figured I would give it a shot and see if I could make a living doing that. And so far, it's been a long, hard road. I love doing it, and as long as things work out in the end, the sacrificing moments and the, like, living off of barely any savings, totally gonna be worth it. And I feel like I can see the light at the end of the tunnel in some ways, so I'm pretty happy about it all. If it all does work out, this is the most dream job I could ever ask for, so I'm just really happy to have people that care what I have to say, and also get to do basically my favorite thing that there is to do, which is talk about games and play games. And meet awesome people as well, all of those things too. As someone with pretty severe social anxiety, like the ability to meet people in a way that plays to the strengths that, you know, I feel I have, being, you know, articulate, talking about games, doing all of that stuff. I feel like I can actually show off the part of me that people might actually care about. So, I don't know, I feel like it's a win-win-win. YouTube will die 3 years at max. Well, hopefully, in 3 years I will be in a position where I can make a transition to somewhere better, if that is true, but, you know, we're all just guessing, right? Favorite game genre? Metroidvania, platformers, probably all of that stuff. That is, spam. Yeah, there it goes. I really enjoy watching you with Northernlion and Jay Smith. Keep up the good show, work on the show. Look forward to it every week. Thank you very much. That's really nice of you to say. That's one of my favorite things to do. I love those guys so much. They're like my favorite people ever. And just being able to hang out with them is absolutely wonderful, and being able to make it like part of my thing that makes me be able to have a living is even better. So I'm really, really lucky in that respect to be able to hang out with cool people, like, and you guys, of course. Can we talk about Pi instead of Google+? What do you want to talk about with Pi? Feel free. YouTube is right now the 3rd website in the world. I don't know. I know YouTube's main channel surpassed PewDiePie the other day, so that's kind of a thing. But I'm sure he'll come back, because that was just because of the YouTube Music Awards. Does your social anxiety not make it hard to talk to a big audience on the internet? I've kind of gotten better with it, honestly. When I started YouTube, and you can hear it in my voice, if you go back to my older videos, like my Terraria and my original Super Meat Boy videos, Eternal Daughter, any of that stuff, you can hear I sound like I haven't found any voice at all yet. And I think that was totally the actual case. So, you know, having done this now for over a year, I think we're almost closer to 2 years than to 1 year at this point. I think we are actually closer to 2 than 1. Yeah, I mean, it's sort of become natural. It feels normal to me to talk to a bunch of people. So it really feels, you know, it's liberating in a lot of ways as somebody who doesn't feel comfortable about this in general sense. Like, I could never do this in front of a live audience. That would make me probably a terrified wreck. But being able to do this in a setting like this, like Twitch, really doesn't bother me at all. Why do you ignore all my questions? Did I do that? I apologize if I did, sorry. I sort of jump around a little bit. You might also be joking, I'm not sure. Follow-up question, how did you get on that show? Just friends with them before the show? No, it's kind of a lucky coincidence, I guess. There's not really a huge story to it, I just happened to be, you know, in the right place at the right time, I guess, and... No, Northernlion's super nice guy, I guess he likes what I'm doing, and I like what he's doing, so it just made sense. I want to see Newgrounds come back in the spotlight. What's your favorite pie? Key lime pie, probably. Oh, we're now scrolling faster than I can read. I hope that you don't get restricted to writing alone. You'd probably be good at journalism, but it would be depressing not to have your videos to watch anymore. Oh, thank you. I wouldn't want that to happen either. So, I mean, if I have to, but I would prefer not to anyway. So, yeah, I'm with you on that. Seems like YouTube has been a great thing for you in that regard. Absolutely. I've actually had a few people approach me talking about anxiety stuff that they've been going through, and it seems weird to recommend to someone to do YouTube. Like, I mean, obviously there were people that were sort of involved in it in the first place, otherwise they probably wouldn't have found me. But in terms of finding some confidence and feeling like you can be a little bit more comfortable in your own skin, there are probably worse things you could do. Especially with the recording process, right? Like, if you don't feel comfortable with the way something's going, you don't have to put it out into the world. You could just sit on it and, you know, delete it. If you don't like the way it came out, then forget it, and just keep making more and more local recording until you feel good about how things are going. So, yeah, I kind of actually have recommended for people to try doing a Let's Play, or at least try making a recording or two. But I think if YouTube does go and Twitch has all these new streamers, Twitch is going to have a whole load of problems, trolls, even more bots, harder to find good streamers, stuff like that. Well, before we get into analyzing what problems Twitch is going to have because of that situation, let's analyze the situations that Twitch is going to have because of introducing Sony and Microsoft to the whole equation, because both of the new consoles are going to have native Twitch streaming, and that could be a huge factor in their existence, and as well as scalability of Twitch. So I hope that they have the ability to handle that. I'm pretty confident they do, but they're also a pretty small company at the same time. But, you know, if I was to trust anybody right now, the Twitch guys know what they're doing, so I would give them the thumbs up in that regard. Let's just hope that there isn't any kind of sweeping, strange creepiness that goes on, that Sony doesn't decide to, like, tag all stuff that is streamed through PS4s to then be aggregated to YouTube with some sort of, like, disabling monetization thing, or like that they decide to go after people who upload things from console. That could be nasty. Glad to hear you've improved a lot. Gives me some hope about things I like to do. Thank you. Yeah, I hope you, if you have the same issues, I hope you also can work it out. Like to do about anxiety and speaking. Yeah, it's been a long process, to be honest with you. It wasn't something that came easily or anything, but you know, it's like you gotta put the effort into just like not caring anymore, which I know is like the exact opposite of what having anxiety is about. And it might even be impossible, but every time you get this negative cycle of reinforcement going on, you just kind of have to just let it go as best you can. And try to just keep telling yourself, even if it's like false, just keep telling yourself, you know what, it's not that bad. And eventually you start to be able to reroute some of the wiring in your brain a little bit. At least that's been my experience. And I'm totally just glossing over how difficult anxiety is. It is not as easy as I just made it sound. And I get that. Having, you know, I have it now still. It's still a factor to me. It's just gotten a little better. I think Nick should be a star on Amy's stream. Yeah, maybe I would. Probably talk about that. I know YouTube isn't going to be around forever, but there's no good competitor right now. Good competition is rare to come by, and to set up something like YouTube is no mean feat. I said people will just lose their jobs if YouTube disappeared. Yeah, I mean, there isn't really anything near what YouTube's doing, and I have no idea how they would go ahead to set up something like that to compete with them. The ability to be Google is not a thing that just happens by accident. And hopefully they don't decide to not be Google anymore in, you know, action anyway. The impressions live, please. Maybe one day. We could talk about that. Hey Nick, how long do you think you'll be a part of the NLSS? As long as I can be a part of it. I just love hanging out with those guys, so, you know, whether or not we're streaming, I would just want to hang out with them anyway. What's your favorite food? I like chicken pot pies a whole lot. Those are pretty nice. I'm sure there's a lot of different options, though. One question, Nick, which will change everyone's life forever, yaha. I've seen that come up a few times, but I'm not exactly sure what to say to it. I know wants the quick... I hope YouTube works real well with you, and if by some ridiculous slim chance it became relevant, I think any gaming journal inside a publication would find you to be a super great writer. Thank you very much. That's really sweet of you to say. I hope, if anything, that all the stuff I've been doing over all this time could sort of function a little bit like a portfolio for me. Not that it's exactly the most professional work, but I think a lot of the people that do that kind of work kind of, I don't know, usually they can see past some of the less professional stuff and sort of see the person behind it. That's sort of how I feel. Like, a lot of those people that I've dealt with are just really, like, nice guys and gals and just sort of really, like, normal human beings that aren't just all about judging people all the time. Oh, was I at 69 CPS? I didn't notice. You skipped over it earlier, so have you seen the Solaire Spelunky skin? It's really great. I have not, actually. I will check that out in a little bit. What about doing dev videos or something? Yeah, it's always an option. I thought one was on Ustream. Talking to Nick is so great. You're such a smart guy. Thank you. Microsoft's probably going to ruin it somehow for everyone, just my opinion. Well, we'll see what happens. There's also a pretty serious thing going to happen to YouTube, super behind the scenes, though, like in the next week and a half-ish, so we'll see what happens with that. So if shit's going to get really nasty, you'll hear me complaining in about another week or so. Are there any specific tropes you like in storytelling? One that I don't like is when it's all just a dream. That always makes me angry, but as far as specific ones I do like, I don't know, stories that aren't cliche are great. You know, unpredictability, kind of a nice thing. But I guess storytelling does have its own little angles that it always seems to go down. I hope the new consoles don't rest in peace Twitch for a couple days. They very well may, actually. I'm not sure if we have a plan for that either. Sony have a deal with Ustream, but Twitch also. Oh, okay. I think everyone who uses YouTube should all pile money into one big trust fund, create the best tech punk company ever. That would be interesting. Microsoft and Sony seem to like Twitch, so it's okay for now, but we all know how greedy they are, almost as greedy as YouTube. Oh, nice, Crystal wasn't even aware of that. Ever thought about making your own game, Nick? Yes, I have. Spelunky drinking game. Next game would just be flashing 69. Doesn't YouTube take like 50% of the money you make or some shit? Not exactly, but you know, obviously there is splits. There are splits that happen in places. Microsoft likes a lot of things. They like to contract things into chokeholds. Yeah, that seems to be the general consensus. YouTube takes 45%, NerdCube said. It's different for everybody. There's a lot of different factors involved. You can't really just say that as a broad sweeping generalization. There's networks to keep in mind, and there's contracts that have their own stipulations. So any two people make a different amount on the same amount of views. I think that's almost completely true across the board. Like, I can't really think of a lot of situations where the two people would be making the exact same amount of money. Chicken pot pie with mashed potato topping is fucking delicious. I love it. To be honest, if Nick was on my stream, viewers wouldn't be pleased. Well, that could be funny. How much do you guys hang out when not on stream? Not as much as I'd like, but everybody's super busy. So, you know, it's you know, the way it is. I understand this is a job. I know everybody, well, I don't want to say everybody, but there are a lot of ways that it can seem across, like, the fact that it is what it is sort of negates it being a job, and yes, that's true, but at the same time, in order to get anywhere with it, you have to treat it like a job, and you have to be fairly professional with it, and you have to be constantly involved. So, you know, I spend the vast majority of my days doing things to try and better my situation, and, you know, the other guys do as well, so I don't fault them one bit for not hanging out that much. It just sort of is the way it has to be. So I think that's kind of the reason that the symbiosis kind of works a little bit, is that we all kind of get that. So it is what it is. I want someone to change the texture from greed on Binary to YouTube. What is your opinion on Doge? I think he's a pretty cool guy. I would hang out with him. I think there's vendetta against YouTube people. It's this idea of a monopoly. There's no competition, and so sites like YouTube and Twitch can just do whatever they want. It's not okay for consumers, but it's just the way it is currently. I mean, hey, Time Warner Cable, right? I mean, that's kind of the way it is. It sucks. Nick, says Jamie Brown. Hi. Hearts to you as well. Thank you for being here. I think I'm going to head to bed. Good night, everyone. Really enjoyed the Dodge dance. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it. This is really relaxing to listen to while playing Tropico 4. Excellent. Glad to hear it. Is this just a dream? They very well may be. What is this? Yeah, that's the title. What time is it there? It is 4:25 a.m. right now. The end of the last Twilight movie ended with a fight scene where everyone died. That was all just a dream. That kind of pissed me off. Yeah, I don't like it. Do you have any plans to play Dark Souls 2 when it's released? Any streams or anything? Yeah, I'm going to definitely buy it. I mean, that is one game that I can't not buy. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about it stream-wise or coverage-wise, but I probably will do something. It's just going to be kind of frustrating because I know everybody I'm friends with is going to also be streaming it, but I might just say fuck it and just do it regardless. Nick, did you play Persona 4? Yes, it's one of my very favorite JRPGs that exists, actually. I really, really like that game quite a bit, although I never finished it, but I really loved it a whole bunch, and if I ever got a Vita, Persona 4 Golden would be probably my first purchase. We should all abandon the whole internet thing and go to a library. That'd be interesting. I haven't had a computer for like 2 weeks. Holy shit, the Twitch stream seems so weird now. It was a weird stream, to be honest. I'm gonna make a book club with me. I don't read that much, unfortunately, but maybe. I'm not comfortable discussing that on next stream without permission. No, it's fine. I don't mind. Mods are not really a problem when it comes to self-promotion. Just like if general people are doing that all the time. Stream stops stuttering. Oh, is my stream okay? Oh, still perfect on my end. What's going on with YouTube this week? If you can't talk about it, is there someone? I don't know if I can talk about it, really. I might be able to, but it's just one of those things I just don't really want to risk in case I can. I'm certain someone somewhere is probably talking about it, but I don't know where to go. Thoughts on J Smith X Pixel? It's awesome. I'm glad that they're happy together. I think that's really exciting, and it's really wild that Josh went all the way over there. I mean, he's gonna have a goddamn time of his life, I think. So I'm happy he's got to do all of that stuff. And you have people like Critical who don't treat YouTube like a job and still manage to garner massive amounts of views. Yeah, I know, there's that too, but you can't really count on it, so I'm just going to do my best to try to do it my way. Because honestly, my channel doesn't really seem to generate all that much interest by itself. I have to do a lot of promotion on it, and I'm still just sort of barely going somewhere. I mean, it's slowed down a lot in the last couple months, which is really unfortunate. My numbers have just been dropping and dropping and dropping, and I don't know if that's because of Google Plus or because I did something dumb or what, but I gotta figure it out and, you know, get shit sorted. Is Doge pronounced Doji or Dog? I don't know, I've been saying Doge. Say whatever you want. I'm not gonna judge. Do you do clean vocals as well, Nick, in regards to what? Metal? Probably yes. Whatever the question is, probably yes. Stream is so laggy. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why that is. It's totally fine on my side. I mean, I assume you've probably tried refreshing and everything already. That would be silly to say, but just in case you haven't. But thank you for being here anyway. Thought it was said as if it rhymed with Vogue. Oh, Dogue. Okay, that could be too. I knew about the comment stuff. Nick says additional shake-up coming. I was just wondering what that was. Yeah, it's something else that's aside from that. And actually, I'm not sure where it's been, if it has been discussed. Maybe on our Let's Play or something it's probably come up. Are you trying to get the true never click achievement? I guess I am. I wasn't at first, but now I guess I am. I haven't clicked yet, aside from the first 15. Are the Persona games connected at all, or can you just jump in wherever? Yeah, as far as I know, they're not necessarily connected, other than just they sort of exist in the same universe, but each one has a little bit of a different methodology to it. You could probably jump in wherever, though. I mean, 3 and 4 are kind of similar in some ways, but yeah, I would just play 4 if you haven't played any of them. Although, you know, I know a lot of people that swear by 3 as well, so either one. Thoughts on Catherine, Nick? You mentioned it recently. I thought it was a really cool game. I didn't finish it, but what I played I really enjoyed. It was one of those situations where I was having a good time with it and then just got distracted by another game, put it down, never got back to it. So talking about Persona. Not sure, I missed it when he said that. I'm sure Google has changed some policies and really a lot of people are pretty angry. No one knows it. Well, yeah, actually, Google has a kind of a notorious habit of not changing policies when people are pretty angry, so that's why I haven't made any fuss about that petition that's been going around. I don't really believe that it's going to really make a difference, but, you know, not that I shouldn't still support it, it's just like, I don't know. Also, why do I never hear any news about Persona 1 or 2? They were kind of a little different. I actually have both of them. I think the second one, which is Eternal Sin, is sort of rare. Something like that. But yeah, I never played them, so, you know, I don't really have much to comment on it, but I do want to try them someday. Check out my channel, guys. I sure hope your Super Feet Boy vids become as popular as your Cookie Clicker vids. Well, I mean, there's just the 2 of them, and they're not all that good, but, you know, as far as, like, kind of not the best content goes, I would say the Super Feet Boy videos are kind of up there for that. But I'm glad if people found it entertaining. It was more just to, like, do something silly. Persona 4 Golden is pretty fun, but it is really hard compared to P4. I just want my upright death card. Hey Nick, how do you catch news? Well, I have RSS feed that I don't read anymore, so now it's mostly just from Twitter, which is really dumb. Because Google, in their infinite wisdom, also decided to stop supporting Google Reader, which is a thing I use daily, as well as iGoogle, which was their homepage with widgets that allowed me to coordinate my calendar and my inbox as well as a few other things that I needed to see on a constant basis, like reminder notices and stuff. So they just discontinued that, so now I don't have a home page, and the RSS reader I settled on, the old reader, is just kind of bad. So I just don't really read much gaming news anymore, and I would like to go back to doing that, but I guess I don't care. Just watched TB's video. I haven't heard about it before, and it's horrible. While the slowness of that developer and the fact that this stuff can be done is just stupid. I agree. 100% agree on that. Wait, what happened with Joss and Pixel? They're dating. There you go. I hope he knows about drop bears. I've been telling him, man, don't worry. I've been doing my best to try and explain it. You come over to where I live, we can be happy together. Just leave that thing behind. The developer retracted his statement. I think he realized he ruined his company. I'm pretty sad. In the end, let's move on. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's kind of probably the right way to do it, but at the same time, goddamn, that guy was malicious. I mean, 3 strikes and you lose your goddamn channel. He has no idea how big of an impact that fraudulent claim was. And thank goodness he at least had the nonsense in his mind to go after someone as big as TB who actually can fight it. Because if he did this to someone else's channel, they just would be gone, and that would be the end of them. And, you know, there are other victims of stuff like the Sega incident, you know, Shining Force, where they were taking down people's channels that never got reinstated because they wanted higher search ranking. That is B to the shit. B fucking shit. So, I don't think they should be allowed to get away with that, especially if people are treating this like a real job, which I am trying to do. I don't ever want that to be a thing that can happen to me. And I can't count on being bailed out if shit goes down, so I just have to try and hope for the best. Anyway, let's move on. Nick, do you know of the 2 best friends? Yes, I definitely do. It's actually, they're one of my favorite YouTubers, or YouTube channel group. They're not a channel, they're just 2 guys who were on Machinima for a while. But yeah, I know Matt and Pat. They're good guys. I think they're real cool. And they're probably one of the funniest groups of, you know, Let's Players out there that I know of. And I watch, I think, every episode that they've done. I don't mention them very often, but they're definitely, like, one of my inspirations in a way. I mean, not that I'm gonna, like, try and emulate them because they're their own people and I wouldn't do that, but I just enjoy that style of humor. Still discussing how it's pronounced. The Doge situation. Have you bought the Humble Bundle yet, Nick, or are you buying it at all? Are we talking about the Warner Brothers one? Because yes, I have. I was missing Arkham Asylum and I picked it up the other day. Because I'm a scumbag, I pay like $1 too, which is kind of mean of me. But I have no money. All Persona games are in the same universe. Yeah, they generally have very loose connections. Okay. I'm very far behind now, I think, on the chat. Sorry. I might just kind of skip down a little ways. Literally takes nothing to sign. It has like 70k signs within 10 hours. Oh, Josh is here. Hey, Josh. That's funny. I was just talking about you before and how awesome it is that you're having a good time out there. I've tried feed.ly. Didn't like it. Also didn't really integrate well with my phone. Well, by the time I get to the bottom of this, Josh might be gone, but anyway, I'm glad he came. Oh, okay, there you are. Hello, I guess I got to the bottom very quickly. Also, honey is delicious. Oh, I should buy a shipment. I haven't bought anything in a long time. People are generally assholes on Northernlion's video. What's your favorite YouTube channels? Basically everybody that I have on my friends list, and like NerdCubed, and I like Total Biscuit, and Cinemassacre, or, you know, that whole world. 2 Best Friends Play. I don't know. I don't watch a ton of videos, but I sort of try to stay appraised of the general stuff going on in as many people's as I can. I do watch Northernlion pretty consistently, though. I think I watch not every video he puts up, but like one video every 2 days or so. Josh, you want my green screen? Alright, we'll Skype about it. I'll explain. It's not that complicated and cost me $5, so I'm sure you can set it up too. Have you seen any of the Nostalgia Critics Adventure Time vlogs? No, I haven't. Maybe I need to check that out. I do like Adventure Time quite a bit. Josh, trust me though, it's ghetto as hell. When I tell you, you're probably gonna laugh. But it works. Do you listen to the Retsupre podcast? Oh yeah, with Northernlion. Yeah, I did listen to that. I haven't listened to every episode that they've done, but I definitely caught that one, and I caught the one with Yahtzee, which was fucking awesome, by the way, that Yahtzee listened to the one with Northernlion on it, because Yahtzee's kind of an awesome guy, and I like him a whole bunch too. So just the fact that I could like know of him by association through another person is really exciting to me. Josh and Nick are going to look super professional with their green screen. The NL is going to be left out. Amateur. Nah. He's got a cat, man. He'll be fine. I'm guessing it's green paper screen. Nope. Close, though. In fact, one of these times it's just going to break, and then you're going to see what happened, and you'll understand probably as soon as it breaks, but I'm not going to give away the secret. No one tell NL about the green screen. I'll buy another shipment. Hey, I'm not all that far away from getting to 1,000,000 cookies. How many do I need for the achievement? Anybody know? Green paint or a sheet? Nope. Neither one. He stole a green bush and put it behind him. That would be a really great chroma key technology if it could grab a green bush and see through all the shadows and everything. Oh, 1,000,000 overall? Oh, well, I guess I'm going to be there pretty soon. Let's buy another shipment. Dyed some cloth with broccoli. Blue screen is a thing too. Yeah, I mean, honestly, with OBS, it could be any screen. It just needs to be a solid color. I mean, probably not black, because that would not work, but yeah, really any color would work. That's how I did Doge. It's fun. I like having that. So sex, such hot, wow. Well, I'm glad I turned everyone on, I guess. Put his hands up like dog is saying, well, what? Can I do that? I could probably do that. This what you're after? Something like this, or... I love that I could just transition back and forth between the two of them as well. Hands look cel-shaded. Your hands look cel-shaded. I such love you. I'm gonna have a whole cast of characters, don't worry. You have to do that for the entirety of an NLSS one day. I think one of the things that I have to offer to the streaming world and the YouTube world at large is that I have strange ways to bring the world of memes to life. So, I have plans, you know, I'll be honest, I have plans. I mean, the whole, this whole setup, and then changing it to this, and then we had these guys show up. I think this is kind of an inventive way to do things, wouldn't you say? I think it's a good time. Wait, is this... sounds like a Blaze Blue song. What song is this? Good Manners and Customs. Yeah, it's still Guilty Gear, it just sounds very similar to a riff that they used in the Blaze Blue one. Is Josh still here? I want Josh to see this. Pretty silly, right? I like it a whole bunch, though. First time checking out your stream and I have one word, what the fuck. Well, I'm glad you came. Best first stream moment ever. I try to do what I can. So do I buy another alchemy lab? Or no, I don't have any alchemy labs yet. Alright, let's do that. Why do you continue to seduce me? Well, what else am I supposed to do? Things have changed since you left for Australia, Josh. Yes, we've got much better green screen technology now. So it looks like we're increasing... Yeah, we've got over 1,000 CPS now. We haven't clicked more than 15 times. I say we're well on our way. Cook clickies, gear guiltily. I hope I don't get content ID matched for posting these on YouTube if I decide to, because that's gonna really suck. I want to see someone make cookie commandos. I don't know what that means. Thoughts on Hearthstone in comparison to Magic? It's much more streamlined, not quite as convoluted, a little bit more accessible. Easier on the eyes, I guess. I like them both, they're different games. RTS about cookies. Oh, okay. I went back and listened to a few minutes of the Pulp Fiction reading recently. Those are some crazy times. They really were. That is a memory that I will never, ever lose. I'm glad I could have it. It's a rare moment in time that will never happen again. I mean, we could try and replicate it, but it just won't be the same thing again, you know? That was the only first time having that crazy situation come up that will ever happen. Oh, thank you, Mac and me. Oh, I have enough for an alchemy lab. Do I buy another one or just let it keep going? Thank you, Joseph Barkin. Still haven't heard back from F Snow Zombie about the rock lobster and the rock salt. I mean, he's probably busy, so it's no big deal. But yeah, I'm hoping to get those new emotes for subscribers soon, because I do want to do something to give back. There's a lot of people that have stayed subscribed to me from the last month, and I really, really appreciate that. I don't know that people know, but like the amount of support that being subscribed to me gives me is amazing. Like, it totally changes everything. It actually makes it possible that if shit doesn't go well on YouTube for a month, I might still be okay. So I do want to give something back if I can. So I'll definitely do some more giveaways and stuff soon, and we'll do another subscriber stream, maybe as soon as Saturday or Sunday, actually. Been subbed since the start. Thank you very much, Mr. Blue Groper. I know you've been really, really good, and you've been a guy that's been to like just about everything that I've done, so I really appreciate that. And don't feel obligated, anybody that hasn't subscribed to me. I'm not worried about it. I was just saying, like, the people that are, I'm just saying it means a lot. Head is pounding like a bass drum, so I'm probably gonna go sleep. Alright, well, good night. I hope your head feels better. Drink lots of water, that helps usually. I'm sorry you're broke. I hope you become not broke eventually, and then you'll feel better. I had this sort of like this little crisis the other day. I was like, I sort of realized, like, man, I haven't really mentioned to people in quite a while that when they subscribe to me, it like auto-renews every month. And I don't really feel good about that, right? Like, I would kind of rather that that was something you opt into instead of opting out of it. You know, as much as it's nice to like have this potential that people might just stay and keep subscribing to me, I don't know, it doesn't feel good to just know that maybe somebody forgot to unsubscribe, so they just stayed and then just paid me again. Like, I really appreciate the support, but I definitely don't want to take money from anybody that doesn't want to give it, or doesn't mean to give it, because some people might not even look to go to check for that. So, I don't know. Twitch messages? Oh, they do message you? Okay. I guess that makes me feel a little better. I always say don't renew after subbing, but I tend to sub right back anyway. Yeah, I mean, you guys gotta do what you gotta do. I don't feel bad about it if anybody needs to go or anything, but I definitely appreciate the people that are here. You know, the subscribers that do that. You get an invoice from the subscription. Okay, all good. Yeah, I was just a little worried that it was just going to be like all of a sudden, bam, like $5 on your PayPal or $5 on your credit card or something. So, good, at least it gives people a chance to opt out if they don't want to do it. Because if it wasn't that way, I would have to like really try and make a serious concerted effort to make sure I say it every single time when I mention subscribing, that that's like a thing you need to go. If you don't want to auto-renew, you need to go take care of that right away. Hey, I just got the Never Click achievement. So I guess I win. Yay! Well, I mean, that was my main goal, so I guess we can kind of just wrap things up for now. I mean, it is just about 5 o'clock, so as Baniel just gets here, or Baniel, what about Macadamia Nut? There's still plenty more cookie clicking to have happen eventually. Let's get another Alchemy Lab or 3. It's like this. I like a lot of YouTubers, including you, Nick, but if I subscribe to one, I feel bad for the other people who equally deserve the money. I don't have the money for everyone. Yeah, that's totally fine. You don't even have to justify it if you don't want to, even. No problem. I mean, I look at it like an additive thing instead of a subtractive thing. Like, if anybody subscribed to anyone, that's nice. I don't begrudge anyone for not subscribing to anyone else. Yeah, do what you can afford, do what you want to do. It's all good. But I'm just glad to have you guys here. And Darth Cylon, sorry, my eyes are getting weird. Just subscribe, so thank you very much. I would give you a yaha, but I think my voice would crack and it's 5 a.m. So if you want to have a rain check on that, feel free to hit me up at any time and I'll yaha. You can redeem that when I'm on the NLSS if you want. So, yeah, it's 5 a.m. almost, so I'm gonna head out. I think this has been a nice little fun moment. We got to hang out and do a little Q&A time. We got to talk about some big important points. We got to have some silly times as well, and I think that's very important, actually. I needed to get one of these out of my system. So, now that we've got that, we've got the green screen set up. I can do this next time, provided I don't damage it between now and then. And, yeah, it's gonna be fun. So, thank you, everybody, for being here at ridiculous times of the night for me, and hope ridiculous times of the night for you. If I sub at some point, can I get a yaha? Yeah, I'd say that's just a standing offer. Anyone that subs, you have a rain check for a yaha whenever you want it. Just remind me, you know, the why you have it, and then we'll be good. What is the secret of mana? The essence of nature, Mother Nature, the Sprite. Such jokes, so funny. Wow, I just reversed those. Okay, I'm getting delirious, so I'm gonna go. Thank you again. I will catch you all next time, and hope you have a terrific night.